and welcome to your Friday maths tutorial on page 100. We're looking at international time zones. So if it is 1700, which just to let you know, I've done, here is the 24-hour clock. So here is the 24-hour clock on the left hand side, and so that's it's digital time for 24-hour clock on the left, digital time for the analog or 12-hour clock on the right. So you've got your 12 a.m. midnight is all the zeros, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., so on until 12 midday, which looks the exact same as 12 a.m. or midnight. Midday and midnight look the exact same on the 12-hour clock, so that's why the a.m. and p.m. is so important. But whereas on the 24-hour clock, 12 midday is 12, whereas midnight is all the zeros. So then it goes from 1 p.m. is 13, 2 p.m. is 14, 3 p.m. is 15, 16, so on. Okay, up all the way up to 11 p.m. being 23. And before it can turn to the 24 hours, it goes back to 00. So this is 5 o'clock, Tuesday in Dublin. Draw the correct times on each clock for the following cities. Write whether it is AM or PM. It may not be Tuesday in each city, and explain why. Use the time zone map on page 99 to help you. So I'll do New York for you, for example, okay? So we know it's 5 o'clock in Dublin, 5 p.m. because it's 1700. If it was just 5.00, I'd know it's 5 a.m. in the morning. Right, so it's 5 p.m. and I wanted to see what the time is in New York, which is 75 degrees west. So I'm just going to go back to page 99 and I'm going to try and zoom in here. Okay, here's New York here. And it is, and I'm just going to look up the category here, the dot for New York. It is 5 hours behind us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 degrees each, 5 15s being 75 west. 5 hours behind it's not midday, 5 hours behind 5 o'clock. Well, I can go to my, here's 5 o'clock, 5 hours behind it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 12 o'clock, 12 midday, 12 p.m. I'd have to write in the answer, 12 p.m. Here in Tokyo, it's 135 degrees east. Okay, so again, I go to my page 99. Sorry, I've gone on to the next page by accident. I go to page 99. I find Tokyo, which is here, and it's 9 hours added on to the time. 9 hours added on to my time. So if I come out and I know it's 5 o'clock, I'm adding on 9 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be 2 a.m. in the morning of the next morning, of Wednesday morning, because remember it is 5 o'clock on Tuesday here, but we crossed, because it was 9 hours added onto this, we crossed the midnight line from Tuesday into Wednesday, and it was going to be 2 a.m. on Wednesday for this one, and you continue on for the other cities. Then if it's 6 a.m. on Tuesday in Perth, Australia, again, I'm hoping, let me just double check that they have they have it marked on this map, Perth here on the western side of Australia. Draw the correct times on each of the clocks. So you're doing it this time the opposite way. You're doing it from the perspective of Australia, and you're seeing, well, if it's 6 a.m. in the morning on Tuesday, what is it in Dublin? What is it in Warsaw, Tokyo, Washington, D.C., Cairo, and Moscow? Then come fly with me. The following flights depart Dublin Airport and fly non-stop to each city. I mean, the idea of flying right now is just so lovely, but yeah, looking forward to it. The following flights depart Dublin Airport and fly non-stop to each city, so they don't stop off in any city on the way. Use the time zone map to help you work out what the local time will be when you arrive. So you're flying from Dublin to Boston, so You leave Dublin at this time, right? You're adding on this amount of time to Dublin's time. And you'll see what time it would be in Dublin. But you have to see what time would it be in Boston then. So, okay, they've told you here it's going to be 15:30 in Boston. What is the time difference? Okay, so let's have a little look there at what you'd have to do. I'll do the first one here. So Monday, it's 1400 when I leave Dublin, and it's going to be 6 hours 30. So if I come out, I'm leaving at 1400 and it's going to take 6 hours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. So that's 8 o'clock in the evening and 30. So it'll be 8:30 p.m. in Irish time when I arrive at Boston. All right, I've worked that out. It should be 8:30 Dublin time. They've said that the local time is 15:30. So the difference between 15:30 and 18:30. Just come back to see, was it 18:30? Or sorry, and 20:30, because it was the digital time here. The difference between 20:30, take away, they said it in Boston it should be 15:30, is 5 hours. It should be 5 hours of a difference. What I can do then is check on page 99. You'll be using page 99 for the whole page. And if I look at Boston, I said it'd be 5 hours difference. Let's see, and look at that. Boston is in the 5 hour difference column. Boston. So, sorry, I made it too small again. Let's go and just do one more because I don't know how clear I've been on that. So again, it's 1 o'clock in Dublin and I'm flying to Copenhagen, which takes 2 hours and 3 minutes. So 2 hours and 3 minutes onto this would have me at 13 plus 2 is 15 hours, or 15:03 Dublin time. So let me see, what should it be here, local time in Copenhagen. So I pop on to page 99. Just in my head, I have to keep 15:03 in my mind. 15:03. I zoom in. Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark. Here it is here. It's 1 hour more than whatever Dublin time is, 1 hour plus. So I said it was 15:03 Dublin time. And local time is going to be 1 hour plus. So if it's 15:03 in Dublin, it's going to be 16:03 local time, a difference of an hour. Okay, so you work out, you departed, you add on this time to see what would it be in Dublin when you arrive at your destination, what time would it be in Dublin, then figure out what time it is locally and see the difference. That's what that box is all about. Then the challenge. This table shows the local time in the cities of Dublin and New York. Use the time zone map to work out the time difference between the two cities. Okay, so you're just going to work out the time zone difference between, so you use the map to see between Dublin and New York, what's the, okay. A, you look at the map and say, what's the time difference between Dublin and New York? B, work out the flight duration from Dublin to New York and then from New York to Dublin. Explain why you think the flight duration is different on both trips. Okay, so you can, it's a challenge, I suppose I shouldn't explain it too much, it's left up for ye, but you can work out the time difference between the two cities using the map. You can see how long the flight took by finding out, well, there's New York, and that's the time I arrived in New York, but what time is it in Dublin if it's that time in New York? So I go back to this map and I see that New York is 5 hours behind us. So it was 10 o'clock in New York, let's say. Then it should be 5 hours later in Ireland. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. It should be 3 o'clock or 1500 hours in Dublin. And if it's 1500 hours in Dublin, and they're saying if it's 1500 hours in Dublin and they're saying that it's 1300 hours, then I can see the time difference and how long the flight took. Okay, and there is a difference between flying to New York to flying home from New York, and that's what we want to see. So I'll leave that for the challenge. I don't want to explain that too much. Up here again, you use this as your Dublin local time on Tuesday. Then you use the map on page 99 to help you, add on or subtract hours from this to see what the local time is in these cities and whether it's AM or PM in the cities that you arrive in and whether it's the same day or not. Here, same thing, except you're starting off that it's 6 a.m. Tuesday in Perth, Australia, and doing the same here. For the flying, you start off by adding on to the local time of Dublin how long the flight took to find what it would be in Dublin when you arrive at your destination. Use your time zone map to see what the local time should be, and then tell me what's the time difference between the local time and the Dublin time. That is your work for Friday. If you've any questions, please message me. Yeah, that's it.